Hey everybody, this video we are going to take a look back at the journey that Keith has been on for the past year and a half on his keto journey. He has lost 80 pounds, as you probably know from watching his progress reports. We're going to recap that journey real quick and show you some of the ups and downs and where he is at now and what the future holds. Go ahead, hon. When did this all start?
Okay, so January 2017, I weighed about 240 pounds, and I had lost I was about 250 pounds 4 months prior to that. So I'd lost 10 pounds over the 4 months, and which was okay, but it seemed difficult for me. Mm-hmm. And I stumbled upon a podcast over the holidays, Tim Ferriss podcast. He interviewed Dom D'Agostino, and it just kind of piqued my interest. So I really dove into it because I knew I would have to convince you. Changing from kind of the conventional way of eating that we had all grown up with to going with this high-fat, low-carb thing. And I should say that, it was your idea to, when I said I want to do this, you said, okay, but we're going to make a video of your progress every single week. So number one, that held my feet to the fire. Yes. Number two, I also requested that we at least not release them right away and maybe wait, 6 weeks or so, because I had lost and gained and tried and failed so many times, and I did not want to look like a total ass on the internet forever. So you might notice if you go back and binge watch our, from our first, that it didn't start. That start date is not January when I actually started. Right. We actually released it a little bit later than that, and then just kind of went on that. But so initially, I set my goal to get below 170 pounds, which, to be quite honest, I thought was a shot in the dark. I couldn't even imagine that was even possible. But
to even think about when you had been under 200, because we've been married for 25 years, I'm not even sure that had happened.
Yeah, and probably not since college.
So it was, 170, a goal of 170 was a pretty big goal.
Yeah, it was a huge goal. And, as time went on, it started to seem more and more plausible. I mean, I remember breaking 200, that was huge, and then moving down. And I also remember that every time I got close to, I was at 191, and trying to get down to 189, I would lose a half a pound. I'm like, it was just excruciating. Every one of those breaks, it seemed like it was just it would drag a few days. And
but it was a consistent effort. You were consistent, and that was a key.
I was so consistent that I think the first 2 weeks on the diet, I had the same meal every night, which was meatloaf and steamed vegetables. Mm-hmm. But I'm a boring person, so it was okay with me. So in September of 2017, 8 months basically afterwards, I hit 169 pounds. Yeah. It was right around Labor Day. Mm-hmm. And, it was totally amazing. The funny thing is, though, I hit my goal. So it's I kind of stopped, trying to lose at that point, and just kind of tried to just kind of maintain and just be normal for a while. And I'll admit, we try to be very, very, transparent here as much as we can. And I did get a little loose over the holidays. I had a few pounds to kind of start creeping on. Mm-hmm. And I think it was you that told me, it's hey, your face is looking fat.
I did not say that.
I think you did say that.
That's
okay. It was true though. I had put on a couple pounds. I think I got close to 180. Mm. So I just, tightened it back up and got back more normal. And I've maintained 175 plus or minus a couple of pounds over that entire time. So that's been over a year now that I've maintained that. So here's the deal. It's I'm 175. I used to wear an XL or double XL shirt. I wear medium now. It's a medium shirt. That was unheard of. I couldn't even think of that. I thought, there's no way I could wear a medium. I'd never be that tiny.
Yeah.
I don't feel tiny.
Yeah.
But I'm 175. It's a pretty good weight for me. It's my doctor says that's great. I'm not quite satisfied. Because I did have this thing of, well, maybe I could see my abs for the first time in my life. Well, probably since I was 8. But, you know, I have a little muffin top, you know, so I'm wondering, you know, what if I could push down to 155? That would certainly get my body fat percentage down low enough. I would probably be able to see, you know, at least, you know, see my abs a little bit. So, you know, but I have some questions. Like, I've been on keto for a year and a half now, and I've maintained this weight for over a year.
Right.
So, what exactly do I do to start losing weight? You know, how is that going to work? Is it going to be? And I don't want to say easy, because it wasn't necessarily easy when I did it. You know, from my heavier weight down, but it did seem to consistently come off. Is that going to be the same way it works to do it now after being, you know, this way for a while? Is because I'm closer to quote unquote ideal weight? Is it going to be harder to kind of get some weight loss going? So those are the kind of things that I want to find out. So I'm committing to lose 20 pounds. I was 175.4 this morning.
Okay.
So I'm going to get down to 155, and I'm going to be making a very consistent and committed effort. And we're going to do the same thing that we did last year. So every week we'll give a progress report. And, you know, I remember sometimes last year there was like weeks where I only lost 0.2, you know, pound. And frustrating. But we'll report it, whatever it is. And you know, and hopefully learn some things along the way, because we get those questions too.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people who are not really overweight, but they do want to lose a little weight, you know, and they want to, you know, start keto. And the questions I really don't know.
Yeah, so I think we have a lot to learn, and I think as we learn, we'll be able to pass those things on to you. I think it sounds like a great strategy.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
You know, we'll go through the holidays again, so
Yeah.
that'll be a challenge.
But we will keep you guys posted every week on his progress, just like we did when we started our YouTube channel 2 years ago. So please subscribe to our channel. Hit that little bell so that you get a little notification also right beside the subscribe, so that make sure that you see this series as Keith pushes down to his new ideal weight. All right.
I think that's it. Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Sounds good. Hey, we hope to see you next week. Thanks for watching, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.